What's going on YouTube? Florida Man Knives here with a review video of the DLT trading exclusive Spyderco Paramilitary 2 in CPM S90V. This one, as you can see, has these OD green G10 scales along with black hardware and a black pocket clip. I did actually keep the stock Spyderco pocket clip on this one as it doesn't protrude too far from the pocket without a deep carry clip. Definitely contemplated an MXG deep carry, but I'm gonna stick with this one for the foreseeable future at least. So I have had this knife for 4 weeks now and have used it, carried it quite a bit. I've probably I'd say I carried this knife more than any other over the course of those 4 weeks for sure. Definitely in my pocket almost every day, and then just been fidgeting with it nonstop, and then using it for general EDC tasks, of course, opening packages and things like that. But just really wanted to get it in front of the camera and do a review of it now that I've had it long enough. As you can see, this thing is ridiculously smooth. The DLC coated blade, I think maybe it wasn't quite as smooth out of the box because of that. As you can see now, it just is absolutely drop shutty, as people will say. Really, really smooth action, so that's fantastic. Solid lockup up and down. I want to say I adjusted this, maybe like a 16th of a turn, not even. Just barely a smidge right when I got it, and then just been obviously using it, and it has broken in quite nicely. The edge is still very sharp, definitely still shaving sharp. Quick watch check, we got the Spyderco 2nd Gen Black Monster, and keep an eye out on the upcoming videos for maybe another watch or two. But you can see anyways, running out of arm hair in that location, but still shaving sharp, no problem. Of course, this is going to be designed by both Sal and Eric Glesser, which is really cool. Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. Just real quick, if you're not familiar, the specs on this, the overall length is going to be 8.24 inches. You got a blade length of 3.24, handle length of 4.82, handle thickness of just under half an inch. It's going to be 0.46, and then a blade thickness of 0.145. If you're curious about the exact weight, via my scale, it is going to come in right at 3.77, and that has been consistent throughout. That was actually what it weighed when I unboxed it. So you can see definitely a great EDC size if you're not familiar with the Paramilitary 2, but if you're watching this video, I would be shocked if you're not. Really just more so this is going to be about the color and blade and the steel. This S90V, maybe you're not gonna use it for as hard of tasks as some other steels. You might be worried about it chipping, is my point there. As with any super hard steel, that's not gonna have the toughness levels of maybe like a 4V or M4, something like that. But for my purposes and general EDC tasks, I'm not worried about that at all, and the edge retention on this is going to be insane. I have not touched it yet. It is still wearing the factory edge. We'll definitely strop it here in the upcoming future, and just continue to maintain it that way. I doubt that I'll ever really have to take it to the stones too often. Maybe once a year, just to make sure I keep that edge, depending on how much I end up using it. I do have too many knives. But anyways, just a huge fan of this. Love this OD green color. The G10 is amazing. Super grippy, but not too aggressive to where it's going to tear your pocket up. The one gripe, I guess you could say, is that they didn't black out all of the hardware and the compression lock, but rumor has it that that should be coming in the near future. So not really sure exactly when, but perhaps this year. I'm thinking maybe they'll do some sort of DLC coating. I'm really not sure, But again, this is a DLT trading exclusive. And, you know, to bring out some other knives for comparison, if you're not too familiar, you know, just why not another DLT trading exclusive, OD Green, Black Blade, the Cold Steel 4MAX Scout. You know, I'm just going to throw that one up in the top there. But some other more applicable comparisons. We've got, this is a recent pickup actually. This is going to be the Spyderco Capara. Actually going to be another DLT trading exclusive. This was the first exclusive Capara or Sprint Run, you know, actually any variant besides the standard models, what I'm trying to say there, that was brought to the market. But, you know, there it is next to the PM2, of course. You've got the Manix 2 lightweight. This one is an old school model there, the first, one of the first ones that had come out. And then something that's going to be maybe a little bit more in the family, the Para 3 lightweight. You can see right there, you know, perfect comparison for size. And then may as well keep it with the Spydercos for now. We'll go with the Native Chief. This one's going to be a Cutlery Shop exclusive. But just wanted to get this thing in front of the camera one more time. You know, again, more of a review video, and I really just have to say I love it. You know, it's a paramilitary too, so, you know, I don't want to go too much into that aspect of it, you know, just because there's so many videos out there on the PM2, but an S90V, you know, that's just amazing. I love this steel, I really do. I think for general EDC tasks, it's fantastic. You know, again, I'm not worried about it not being tough enough. That's just me, and I really like the edge retention. I love this colorway. Got several videos up on this colorway. You know, I did throw out the 4MAX Scout. Another comparison would be the Benchmade Bug Out. This one's going to be a Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive with the same color pattern, of course, but man, this Paramilitary 2 drop shut. The only reason it, almost cut myself there. The only reason it stopped there was it did hit my finger. So, you know, I guess that could be a gripe if you're not familiar with the Paramilitary 2, but that's pretty typical of the compression lock, if, you know, depending on the model. But it's broken in, you know, you can flick it. I haven't really tried a pinky flick with this one yet, actually. I can do it with my Manix, but let's see. Oh, that's going to be a negative. I guess you can, but not that it matters. Anyways, fantastic knife. I just cannot say enough about this thing. Definitely one of my very, very, very favorite knives. The PM2 in general is, but this colorway I've always wanted. They did do it back in S90V several years ago, and it's been a grail knife for me ever since in this color. So when DLT announced that they were going to release it, I knew that I had to do everything possible to purchase it, and fortunately I was lucky enough to pick one up. So wanted to, you know, say thanks to them, of course, for bringing out all the exclusives that they do, and a big thanks to you guys for watching this video. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments on this color, and then the PM2 in general. It's hands down one of my favorite EDC knives of all time, favorite knives in general. Just ergonomically is fantastic for all hand sizes. You know, my hands are extra large. You know, my only quote complaint I could have with the handle is depending on how I grip. You know, the middle will hit my pinky there, but if I kind of shift up it and, you know, don't grip down as much with my index, I don't really notice that, and it's kind of more natural for me anyways. Love the jimping here on the thumb ramp. Love the jimping here on the forefinger choil. Love the G10, and I actually really like that it's rounded off. You know, I do like rounded off G10. Excuse me if I just yelled into the camera there, but, you know, here's an example of some contour G10. It's definitely a little bit more smooth in the hand. You know, when you're gripping it, I suppose maybe you won't get as many hot spots, but I don't have that issue. I quite like it actually this way on this particular platform. And man, again, don't have any bad things to say. Fantastic edge on this one out of the factory. Let's see how the centering is after 4 weeks of use. So definitely not perfect anymore. I think, you know, if I, let's see, open it with the thumb there, there it kind of is a little bit more centered. Just so I think it was a little bit off because I always Spidey flick it, whether it be with my middle finger or ring. And I think just after time, depending on the lock, it might slightly push it up. I mean, you can see when you do push it on the blade, it does move a little bit, but this thing just puts a huge smile on my face. I absolutely love it. You know, I hope any of you that are watching were able to pick it up if that was your desire. And, you know, if not, definitely keep an eye out on the secondary market, but please, please, please don't pay any of those crazy over retail prices. You know, the people that just buy these things to flip them. But, you know, if you get a good knife collector or someone that's just a good, you know, user and wants to sell his for whatever reason, or his or hers, you know, definitely that would be a better option, I think. And I'm just going to keep fidgeting with this and looking at it off camera, of course. You know, it might not be the color for you, but to me, it is beautiful. Man, Florida Man Knives here again. And thank you so much for watching. I've hit 80 subscribers, which is crazy for me. So 100 coming hopefully soon. Stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching.